Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today, I didn't realize I wasn't already connected to, but they are a member here. So this is the first time we've got this channel on the screen, but they were early in the door today. So I wanted to have a look at this channel. Even myself, for the first time, 175 subscribers right now, and they've got some information on their about section to let us know what to expect. We see some delicious looking content in their thumbnails when we first get to the channel. Now, I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take the latest video here from yesterday. I'm going to put that into my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well so they don't miss our further live streams. Pardon me, we are usually here every 3 days or so. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then High Plains Camper is going to come up right away. And for the first time maybe ever, we're moving right along. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And forgive me for being late today. I'm usually never late. The last I looked at the clock, we had 10 minutes to go. And then when I sat down, I saw that it was already 2 minutes after. So I had to let everybody know we'd be delayed. We try to never do that here. And then I see I am Betty J. Gathers in the chat. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator here. I think I forgot to say hello on the last live stream. I had her on the wheel. Members and moderators here are always put on the wheel right away. And what will happen over the course of the stream is I'll spin that wheel. As names come up, we'll put them on the screen. I'll talk about them for a moment. Stories that I know, things I'm going to learn. And it gives everybody a chance to get introduced to new channels while everybody's connecting in the chat. I got quite a few names on the wheel already. Now, Michael's Adventures actually did his premiere earlier today to run into Jesse Journals and Unboxes as a raid, which is really, really cool. I'm always happy to see creators supporting each other in that way. Both of them are beloved and dedicated moderators here. All of our friends do that kind of thing. And some more of our moderators are here. Just Jason Keto, Canadian Family Life. They're both on the wheel. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. And then Silver Assassin, Metal Detecting, along with Matt and Mouse and the Bud Files, were all early in the door. The Stock Explorers here as well, another beloved and dedicated moderator from Florida. Erica and Raph, forgive me because the handles trip me up. I've got to look at the channel again to get the name correct. But thank you for joining that membership, by the way. So I've got you on the wheel already. Simply Debbie Sue is here. Have Fun in Nature. They might still be live right now. They went live an hour ago. And I was lucky enough to be in there, at least for the first, let's say, 45 minutes or so. And Cove Action, Dinner and Tuber Chat. Yes, Kristen Welton is extremely accommodating in offering to make sure that we eat much earlier when we need to, because Tuber Chat I like to run at 5 p.m. Eastern. So we, more than once a week, are usually doing our dinner thing before... long before 5 o'clock, more like 4. We're on this chicken wing kick, and I think that started from Costco, and it continues today, so hopefully I won't get burned out of wings. Diamond Painting Yotun is on the wheel. Makeup Mom and Son is a longtime dear friend and a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. Got all these channels on the wheel. I'm going to start talking about High Plains Camper in a quick second, but I know Kyle Vlog Channel's here. Fuzzy Adventures is in the house. Fire Dr. Ninja Turtle, good to see you in the house. And I know there's many more channels here. I don't mean to miss anybody. Foodie's Vacations is in the chat as well. And I'll clean up the wheel over the course of the stream. I'll add more names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the next 3 hours. We'll get to as many channels as we can. And OG Sean White, good to see you in the house. For the life of me, I can't remember who dropped a super chat in our last stream here to make sure we would look at your channel. I don't want to guess because I know I'm going to get it wrong. Unless maybe Scratch and PPA remembers for sure, or any of our moderators. Hopefully I said hello to just Jason Keto. He's on the wheel too. And then I did look at that channel earlier today for the first time. For what I think is the first time. I felt like I recognized it, but I could be mistaken. And then look at that. Salmon, asparagus, and a baked potato. That sounds like my idea of a healthy meal. I love salmon as much as anybody, but that's, and asparagus for that matter. Potatoes, of course, somebody like me can't go wrong with those. I don't miss many meals, I'm sure you can tell. Twinbrook Acres is also in the house. Kendra Consume the Goodness sent that super chat. So just so you know, OG Sean White, just in case you didn't happen to come in and see that. And then Chewbacca French Bulldog is dropping a super chat. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And so we'll do that in another moment. We'll get back to spinning the wheel right after. Like I said, we'll be here for 3 hours. Plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the screen. James Money 615 does tons of live streaming. They've been a friend of ours for 5 years, if I'm right. And they stream, I'm not sure if it's daily, but it's got to be close to it. So High Plains Camper is up on the screen right now. And this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've been coming in frequently lately, and I see them out supporting other creators as well. 941 subscribers, so they have to be excited. They're already well on the road to that first 1,000. We know it's an important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. Just going to grab their latest video and put that into a special playlist I have. We call it my catch-up list here, and it's just a fun name for a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. High Plains Camper's got some shorts over here at 3,200, 4,400, 5,900 views as well, which is great to see. So I'm looking forward to getting to know more about this outdoor channel, and hopefully everybody will connect with them. I see, yes, Nomad's in the chat. Strings and Pucks is here. I don't know, all of a sudden I'm seeing Strings and Pucks everywhere. I run into them probably every day lately as well. Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And have fun in nature, just so you know. I was in there. I heard the pleasant things you were saying. So while we were eating, I still had your live stream running, of course. I typically have the computer running with 4 windows. They could be usually live stream, sometimes playlists and things like that as well. But I was there and actually paying attention right at the moment you were talking, forget how long ago it was, half an hour from now, I guess, about Tuber Chat, and I really do appreciate that, because they were asking everybody to support 2 different streams, right? Many of us are able to watch more than one. Some people use secondary phones. Most of us have old phones or old tablets or something, a computer that we haven't used in a while. It can still be good for YouTube, right? Just running a browser. Daisy HD, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Sarah Prestwood is here. Now, Daisy HD is here for the first time and asking how things work here. So basically, you see the wheel on the side of the screen. You see the channel I've got up right now. I'm going to switch that up actually in a second for Twinbrook Acres. And I might have made some kind of a... Pardon me, I might be jumping ahead on something here. We got an overwhelming beginning. My love, Kristen Welton, is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. Chewbacca French Bulldog is supposed to be up, so I'll put them up in a quick second. Twinbrook Acres is another incredibly supportive channel, though. And basically what happens is, over the course of this stream, I'm going to spin this wheel. It's going to be having names added, taken away the whole time over the next 3 hours. As names come up, I put the channels on the screen. I talk about them over weeks and months. Of course, I get to know the channels and the creators behind them. We've literally been here 5.5 years now, and lots of our friends in the chat have been here that long. And some people are brand new, even probably today. And then over the course of the stream, like I said, we'll just get to as many channels as possible. And it should be fun. The key to this channel, though, for anybody who's new or fairly new, the literal reason why it's called Tuber Chat is because the magic here happens in the chat. I'm just here to talk for 3 hours, and the best idea we have is to put people's channels on the screen and just talk about them. They're not reviews. I just promote the channels and talk about the things that I know. Because there's a big difference in those kinds of ideas, let's just say. The Confident Quilter, Gladys L. Paul, good to see you here. And my dear goodness, are we moving quickly? So thank you, everybody, for this. And then, yes, for anybody brand new or fairly new, our instructions for how to connect with people are always in our video descriptions or our live stream descriptions here. Matt and Mouse, I hope I said hello. I know you've been here from the beginning. And then, yeah, Chef Seavy's got something going on right now with, I think they're still on with Butler Family Farm and Devil Dog, or pardon me, Belt Loop 29. Forgive me, I get these guys. There's a community of them that are always together. So I mix up my speeches when I talk about what they're doing. But they're making a sugar-free pecan pie today, at least 3 different ways. So that'll be interesting to see the outcomes. And then Twin Brook Acres is up here right now, another channel I'm still getting to know. I know I say this about a lot of channels. When possible, of course, I get a chance to watch a lot of videos, but I'm sure everybody understands I run more videos than I watch. We probably all do. I typically let playlists and things like that run, even when I'm not here. If I have to go to work or when I go to bed at night, the computer's always on. There's always 4 windows of something running, whether they're live streams or playlists or other things. And anybody here is free to swap playlists with each other anytime. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So in the Lakes region of New Hampshire, it says, their channel began as a place to post motorcycle riding videos, but quickly transformed into a channel for tractor projects and homesteading videos, which is interesting to see. Most of our outdoor friends who have a lot of outdoor footage like this, I end up rounding up a lot of the time into the homesteading community, because not just the content seems to be very similar, and we have a mix of mostly outdoor, often a lot of indoor content as well, but these creators seem to want to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So obviously Twin Brook Acres is an auto enthusiast as well, and I say it all the time, but most people in the chat can probably pick off a lot of the makes and models here easier than I would be able to. They've got some great titles here to let us know what these vehicles are, but I say it all the time, I love looking at them as much as anybody. 2100, 3300, 4200, and they're closing in on 1300 subscribers as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Twin Brook Acres. I think I run into them almost every day out in different people's live streams and premieres in the chat also. And then we don't do any link dropping here, Daisy HD, very rarely. And one of the reasons why, I know things have changed because of the handles now, but for all this time, literally 5.5 years, the idea is we search, find, and click on each other's channels, because as you can imagine, it's a great service to everybody when eventually you get dozens of people, maybe even hundreds, searching, finding, and clicking on your channel, what that must do for the algorithm and the recommendation engine. So we definitely don't make things easy here, but what you'll find is that you will, the purpose behind what we're doing is to make friends, right? As opposed to subscribing. One of the things that's an important aspect of the YouTube terms of service and community guidelines, we are not allowed to subscribe to a channel just because they subscribe to ours. And that goes the same way both ways. We're not allowed to watch videos just because somebody watches videos. It's called view for view, sub for sub, and all this other stuff. And it happens on other platforms as well. what we're doing here in this community is very obvious as far as your subscriber numbers are going to grow over time. We help each other with watch hours. We do watch each other's videos and things like that. But the idea is that we're building friendships with other creators. When we move too fast, YouTube takes all the subscriptions away anyway. But anybody here really working at it can meet up to 8 or 10 friends per hour for the time that you spend here. It's kind of extreme, but it can be done. Any faster than that is too fast. But when you think about how that works, when you make a true friend on YouTube, imagine if you had 100 true friends, and I'm not talking subscribers, I'm talking people who care about your channel, your content, regardless of your category or niche, kind of the we're all in this together mentality. Wouldn't it be great for your channel? This is where we get a solid and strong foundation from, and this is how we get creators starting to have their first 100 views on every video they ever post. That's kind of the idea and the result of what happens here. So that's just a bit of a speech about it. And thank you, Scratch and Pete PA, as well. He will say things a lot more concisely in the chat than I can when I get into extended speech time that everybody who's been here before knows very well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And the more we do for each other, the more everybody will be okay. The truth is, as long as everybody here is doing truly as much as they can for each other, everybody will be just fine. We know that's different amounts. Some people are able to be on YouTube all the time. Some people are only able to be on a little bit of the time, let's just say, if that makes any sense the way I'm saying it. OG Sean White, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know all the recipients will be happy to have those. Daisy HD, I think, is here for the first time today. So this is an example, because we talk about this from time to time with the gifted memberships. Nobody knows who's going to get them. The creator doesn't get to pick. Nobody gets to influence it. It is completely random. And we've seen here in Tuber Chat many of these gifted memberships, hundreds over the last year or so. But they can go to anybody who's been here for 5.5 years or longer. Up to people who have just been here for half an hour. We just saw another example of that right now. So it's great to know. Brian Sports Entertainment, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in again. Hala is here. Hala I run into every day again as well. And I mention that often just so that everybody understands what kind of support I'm seeing out there for other people, not just people who are doing things for me. When I go into somebody else's live stream or premiere and I'm in the chat and I see familiar channels there, which is every day, I like to mention it from time to time as well, just so everybody here understands, wow, Kevin says he ran into this person 3 times this week or 4 times this week or almost every day. And then somebody like Rachel Oha comes in. This is a longtime friend. She's been with us for years. Duke City Crew, I think they've been with us for a while as well. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then, yeah, the Olympics, I haven't watched even one event this year. I don't typically watch a ton of it. I know Kristen Walton likes it a lot more than I do. It's not that I don't like it, it's that I don't make time to watch. But I think we've seen less than ever before this year. I get the Facebook updates, but half of that's fake anyway now with all the AI, so we never know. Chewy the French Bulldog, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Those types of things are absolutely unnecessary here, truly, but very much appreciated. But we do put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. Now I noticed that this channel is all short shorts videos. And here we typically talk about connecting with creators and watching videos that are 3 minutes or longer. It's very important, but it's not that there's a right way or a wrong way to connect. So what we do when we find a channel that just has shorts is I'm going to take the most popular one. I'm going to click on it. I'm not going to watch it right now. But what I'll do is show you a trick. In the URL bar or browser that I'm using, what I can do is go into the URL and cut out the word shorts and put in the word watch, and you'll see what happens. Magically, the video turns into one that we would usually see on YouTube with all the regular controls. What this is going to allow me to do is very easily, first of all, give them the thumbs up, but I'm going to put their video in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do again is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch that video. I'll leave them their comment, and that's when I'll subscribe. But since they only have shorts videos, what I'm going to do is take another one and I'm going to put this into another playlist, and that's just going to show YouTube that I cared so much that I went back for seconds already on this channel, and I'd invite anybody to go even farther than I am and watch 2 or 3 or even 4 videos. It's the same 3 or 4 minutes we were going to use to connect with the creator anyway, but this just solidifies it. You'll notice that when I put channels on the screen, if they've been here before, they are always subscribed. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, thank you so much for the super chat as well. We're going to get to that channel in a moment. And pardon me, OG Sean White is coming up right now. They gifted 5 memberships. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Hopefully all our friends are safe and doing the things they need to stay warm. We got pummeled a few weeks ago in Canada. I'm in southern Ontario in Niagara Falls, but we got plenty of Canadians here. So I know what it can be like, but we're used to it. Not everybody is. And then OG Sean White is up on the screen right now. And then Chewbacca French Bulldog, thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead's coming up in a moment for the same reason. Rushing Wind Mountain, I thought I put you on the wheel. I might be mistaken. Yeah, I might be mistaken. Forgive me, Ruby. They've been out supporting people today. I run into them all the time, probably every day. I think Ruby from Rushing Wind Mountain every single day. And then Crafty Witch 232, forgive me, the other day, I know I always ask and then I don't look for the answer after I ask a question in the chat. I'm very bad for that. But I was hoping she was going to be, or wondering if she was going to be on, because she's on almost every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, crocheting while she live streams, and her channel's just skyrocketing. And I did look a few times, but it didn't seem to be on if I was right. But that's okay. And then OG Sean White is up here right now. So this is a creator I'm still getting to know. I just went through their first video. I don't know if this creator was sent over from another friend, or if they found us randomly or we found them randomly. I'm unsure, because we've got another friend driving daily that does door dashing, and I've been in their live streams many times, probably a dozen times or more. When we look at this creator, they're bringing us more shorts. They got one video that's perfect to connect with, by the way, at 5 minutes. It's literally perfect. Then shorts on this channel, they're showing us some winter weather as well, but they've gotten into 3,400, 3,600, 4,100 views and live streams. Hopefully I'll catch one of these. We always put notification bells on for every single channel. That gives us the best chance of catching each other. And then they've got some information on their about section as well. They've passed their 500 subscribers, and it looks like they've even got that locked in, which is great to see. We know we know this creator's had impact on Kendra from Consume the Goodness, because they literally came in last stream and dropped a super chat for this channel so that we would have a look at them. And then Cove Action, are you still getting snow over there? I have driven through Syracuse many times. Been there, I can't remember how many times, but Yeah, I always enjoyed the moments I spent there. OG Sean White. So thank you again for those gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And like I said, the recipients I know will be happy to have had those. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead's coming up because they dropped a super chat as well. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, everybody here is very serious. Eh? There's a lot of snow coming. I didn't realize. If it wasn't for what we're talking about here, I might not have known. It's actually snowing in Niagara Falls. I'm not sure if Pete and Jason are both experiencing any right now because they're only a couple hours away from me in different directions in southern Ontario, all of these Canadians. And then I don't know if all of this is going as far over as Canadian Family Life in New Brunswick. But curious to know, but in Niagara Falls, it looks like it's kind of just a dusting right now, so we'll see. And then our Georgia Suburban Homestead is on the screen. This is another creator who has, dropped a super chat. She's done things like that a million times before. This creator's actually got a couple of channels. They've got 3 that I know of, but I'll show you 2 of them right now. This creator, I'm just going to grab her latest video as well and put that into my catch-up list. But this, I don't know why it's already in there unless I did it already. This creator wants to motivate us or inspire us to grow our own food even if we live in a residential neighborhood. So while somebody like myself, I usually live in bigger cities, like I came from Toronto, now I live in Niagara Falls. It's not a small town by any means. But you can still engage in homesteading activities. I personally haven't grown anything. We had a couple of friends give us a basil plant and a tomato plant. Kristen took care of those, and she's grown a few things indoors here. But our Georgia Suburban Homestead is making a real point to the fact that we can grow our own food, and it's a wonderful form of civil disobedience. So I'm sure everybody will find fun in that as well. Typical homestead fashion where they're bringing us a lot of outdoor content. They bring us into their home as well, as you can see. 5,300, 5,900, 10,000 views on one of their shorts videos and live streams. They've done plenty of these, obviously, with StreamYard panel guests. And then they've got another channel, and I'm just going to search it out here. Bored as Heck Crafts. And we will get to spinning the wheel shortly, I'm sure. I might have to put this all as one word. Is that right? This is what I mean about searching, finding, and clicking. Even when you make spelling mistakes, that's really helpful to other creators because as other people are trying to search for channels, everybody makes spelling mistakes at some point, right? That's hitting the algorithm or the recommendation engine or even Google as a search engine to let people know what you're looking for. And the more we search, find, and click on each other, the more we believe it helps. I'm certain that that's true. Dark Swordsman Gaming from the UK, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in there, dropping a super chat. They've done that a million times before, but we will put their channel up next because of that. And then, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know that Okie Zeden is here. I think simply Debbie Sue is in the house. And what did Kristen say? Oh, yeah, we were out earlier. We were out early. We're always out early anyway, but we're out early so that we could be back for Jessie Journals and Unboxes premiere. She dropped that at 3 o'clock today. And then I got a phone call right while it was on as well. So that's a video I'm going to have to rewatch. Now, Bored as Heck Crafts is up on the screen. And this is the same creator behind our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They've got a new video, so they just put this up a couple of days ago, probably right after Tuber Chat, if I'm not mistaken. And I've got it in my catch-up list, so I'm just going to leave it there. Might not have been run yet. I thought I ran my list, but maybe I'm mistaken. And then let's think about taking a break for a few minutes here. What we'll do is we'll go for 3.5 minutes, and we'll come right back. And right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from an interview series that we have. These are videos on the Superchat channel now. And each one of these is anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. But they're extremely informative because what I tried to do is talk to the creators that joined me and ask for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because I talk here every time we're on, right? And these creators can give us some real insight as to how we can get 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. So you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back, and we're going to look at Dark Swordsman Gaming. This is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter from the UK that brings us video gameplay. They mix up a lot of titles, usually popular ones, some independent. I believe this is the very first channel that I learned about Stardew Valley from, and if I understand right, with the exception only of maybe Minecraft, which obviously turned into a booming global success, Stardew Valley, I think, is the most successful independent video game of all time. I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm mistaken about that. Dark Swordsman Gaming, though, they're doing something interesting here where on their front page you notice a lot of the videos have different colored frames around the thumbnails. So basically what they're doing is differentiating between the different games that they play, whether it's Elden Ring or Tomb Raider or Dark Souls or some of the other things we're going to see on the channel. So they got videos here, obviously, a couple of shorts to get started with, and lots of live streaming as well. Final Fantasy, something they play all the time. Diablo's an example. Still, I haven't played that game. I thought I understood it, but I haven't played ever. And then some others that I see, I can't remember how far back Stardew Valley might be. Tomb Raider. So lots of popular titles. I'm sure most people here recognize most of what you see in the thumbnails. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming, 255 subscribers. So we'd love to push them towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I think I said hello to Makeup Mom and Son while I was putting her channel on the wheel. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator. She's been with us pretty much from the beginning. I believe it's over 5.5 years, if you can believe that. The reason why I keep saying that kind of thing is because I just want everybody to understand you have creators here today and everywhere else that will be willing to support you years into the future, not even knowing what you're doing yet. You understand what I mean, I'm sure. And I hope that that's motivating. I hope that that's as motivating as I would have found it before we started this 5.5 years ago. Green beer is coming up, yes. And then thank you, Dark Swordsman Gaming. I always appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. While we were on that break there, though, I noticed as well a comment, and that came from Hanging with Erica and Raph, talking about the idea of shorts, right? Because we heard from Unstable TV in that clip from that interview series. They used to live in Ireland. They moved to Australia, and they continue to be dear friends today. But we did that interview probably a year ago, and obviously all of the guests that we had joined me for that interview series, their channels have all grown even farther than what we expected. But the biggest YouTubers who talk about the things we talk about here, like Think Media, like Nick Nimmin, Daryl Eves, Tim Schmoyer, Sonny Lenarduzzi, Roberto Blake, and, I got a list of, I forget, 8 or 10, something like that. They will all say that if you are going to start on YouTube, then you want to pick a niche and be razor sharp focused. In that case, shorts will absolutely help. You can imagine in almost any video game, especially where you've got these fun things that happen either at the end of levels or, Grand Theft Auto comes to mind. Fortnite is so popular. There's always interesting things that could be taken as clips out of video games. It's probably the easiest type of content to find clips in, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm just saying that. I haven't done it yet, but you know what I mean. So, in a case like that, I believe that any gaming channel could do really well by having a lot of shorts. They build over time like everything else because they'll draw in subscribers, but those subscribers will be interested in the content that they've seen. Whereas many of us, including myself, I have a personal channel aside from Superchat, and I just post whatever up there. I'm actually behind. I haven't posted in a while. This is where my focus is, and we have a copyright-free music channel here as well. In the case of a razor-sharp focused channel with a niche or a genre, shorts that are of the same content type will do the best for having people who've come in from those shorts convert into long form content viewers, if that makes sense the way I'm saying it. But we have tons of creators here who, even regardless of their category or niche, some of them have a category or niche for their channel and still post variety in the shorts. It can still drive a few subscribers. I have a hard time believing it would really hurt a channel very much if you're not going to do a razor sharp focus niche or category anyway. Then I don't imagine it's going to hurt anything. If given the chance, yes, of course, a razor sharp focus niche is the fastest way to grow. But most of us, we've already started our channels by the time we heard that. You know what I mean? And many of us are just going to do what we want anyway, including myself. So hopefully that is the smallest bit helpful. We know what other people are going to say, but in the end, everybody's YouTube channel is their business and nobody else's. It's nice that people want to help us. It's nice that people want to give and sometimes force their opinion on us and everything else. But when it comes to your channel, your niche, your category, your name, your banner, avatar, and every other thing, it's nobody's business. Not for me or anybody else to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. And I try not to do that here, even if it sounds like it. The idea is just to bring opinion and experience. And I'm very clear about the things I have and have not done a lot of the time. And then we can all make the best decisions for our channels with the things we hear from each other. And when we add it to the things we're going to continue to learn, let's just say, and the things we already know, if that makes sense. Tristan Natural's in the house. That's a member. I'm going to put her on the wheel right away. Candy K All Day is also here. We put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Michael Harper just dropped a super chat. They've done that a million times before. Thank you for the extra generous support. I say it all the time. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. And Chewbacca French Bulldog came in from Duke City Crew. So thank you for that. I'm not sure if that was a share or an individual invitation, but word of mouth is the best thing. I know Have Fun in Nature was saying pleasant things about us on their live stream today, and lots of people do that a lot of the time. I hear a lot that goes on, and sometimes I'm surprised. I don't always hear everything that goes on, but there's so much pleasant talk that goes on about this community, and I appreciate it. I'm glad we all continue to grow. And then, thank you, Sarah Prestwood. See, it's funny, too, because while I would like to say, yes, I'm always 100% honest, right? I would like to think that I would not lie about anything at all. If somebody gives you a sweater that you really don't like as a gift, and, you might wear it and just say, oh, thank you, it's beautiful. And that's a little white lie I think anybody could understand, right? But my whole online history is out there. I've been on social media from the beginning, since before MySpace and Friendster and Facebook and everything even started. So I couldn't, while I may be incorrect in a few things that I say, I can't go back on anything because the evidence is all there, right? They say bring your receipts. I couldn't get away from them if I wanted to. I wouldn't recommend everybody put their entire personal life online, but in 1990, whatever it was, I decided I wanted to be the easiest person on the internet to find, and so now everything's there. But that just goes to say, like I said, I want everybody to understand exactly where you're getting your information from. When you're listening to anybody talk about YouTube, there could be just as much of the blind leading the blind out there as there is people who genuinely want to help and have useful information. But even myself included, I don't want anybody to take anything I say as gospel. I've been corrected many times here over things in the terms of service, community guidelines, or even people's experiences and things like that. Best we can do is help each other with the things we've learned, and you know what I mean. Covaction, sometimes we get even farther. We are doing quite well today, and I appreciate that from everybody. Hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. And then Michael Harper's been through a bit of that before, and hopefully that kind of thing calms down. What I have found, and I promise you I've gotten it really bad too when it comes to trolling and things like that, the worst of the worst dissipates after about 2 weeks at the longest. And that's if you can ignore it. It's really hard. I know what it's like, and those 2 weeks can feel like forever. But when you think about the mentality of people who troll in the worst ways, it's all they do, right? It's an obsession for them. And the problem is they're looking for attention of some kind more than anything else. If we give it to them, they stay. But if we don't, they will go to the very next place that gives them attention. And while all of us would not wish that kind of awfulness on anybody, we know they're going to move on. There are some people who invite it. There are some people who live with trolling all over their channels, and they just argue and fight with them and everything else. And that's fine if that's what everybody likes. But when a troll has their entire week filled up with channels that want to argue with them, then that's where they'll stay. So that's an idea. And Michael Harper, yeah, even I have a couple that show up every year or two and start with the same nonsense. Superchat, you're a scam artist and you're hurting everybody's channels and blah, blah, blah. And it used to bother me like it would anybody. Not too much, I'd like to say, but more than I'd like to admit, that's for sure. Makeup Mom and Son has been there from basically the beginning. She is one of the first creators to become a moderator on this channel. Makeup Mom and Son has actually a channel for her son as well that she helps out with, and we'll talk about that. She started with get ready with me type videos, tons of makeup and beauty, and she continues these looks today. I'll show you some shorts in a few moments that'll give you some really elaborate looks that she gets into. But she's done a ton of unboxing and product reviews as well. She's always thinking about the audience and things that the audience will enjoy more than even herself. So she switches up a lot of the subscription services that she goes through to do a lot of the unboxings. There's a different kind of video here, but she's posting all the time. Makeup Mom and Son is always active. This creator, let me show you the shorts on the channel, and you'll get an idea when I dig through some of these, especially around like Halloween and this and that. She gets into some really elaborate looks when she's thinking about makeup and series of videos. She does well with things like Vlogtober and Vlogmas and things like that. When I look at some of these, look at the view counts on these: 15,000, 37,000, 268,000 on one. I think that one's still getting views actually. And then Makeup Mom and Son has done a ton of live streaming. I've been with her on panels many times, both on her channel and other channels as well. And this creator often is herself on screen. There's Kaden with her. There's Makeup Mom and Son with Son over there. And then lots of friends. There's Danielle and James that we just heard from here. The How-To Lady. Lots of other familiar faces you're going to find. Hilda, Corinne. I think Sam's been on there a million times as well. Lots of our moderators are dear friends. There's Patrick, Have Cheetah Will View, and I've been honored to have been a part of her interview series as well, where we talk about YouTube and our friendship, and it'd be interesting to go back and see how things have changed over the years, the things we don't remember now. And then Makeup Mom and Son, look at this, working on 6,900 subscribers, which is great to see. I'm just going to show you Kaden Plays It. All of our moderators are dear friends of each other and dear friends of mine, of course. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members the same way we do here. So there's Kaden Plays It. And obviously, Mom is helping out Son with the channel. But this young creator is bringing us more unboxings, product reviews, and then some video gameplay, including actually a Roblox live stream. They got a few shorts over here and a little bit of variety in that as well. And hopefully we'll see some more from this creator. Makeup Mom and Son let us know recently they've got more videos in the works, so we'll look forward to that. And then let's get to Michael Harper, and we got to catch up with the chat there. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. All right, forgive me. Usually we don't take breaks so quickly together. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes again really quickly, and then we'll come back and talk about Michael Harper. OG Sean White, thank you so much for the super chat. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. I know I like to say that all the time, but it really is true. Together we travels in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know the source came in. I think I put them on the wheel. And Ace Flaw 1 is here. He's been with me for 6 years, if you can imagine that, even before Tuber Chat was a channel. And so let's make it quick. We'll go for 3.5 minutes and come right back. Holy moly, are we flying today? So thank you, everybody. Hilda DC is in the house, another dear friend, a beloved and dedicated moderator. And then I'm missing channels, putting them on the wheel here. But I will clean up the wheel in a while. And what I mean about that is once in a while, I haven't done it yet, once in a while I go through the names that are on the wheel, and if we haven't seen somebody in like 20 minutes or half an hour, then I remove the name. Sometimes I just clear it all out and start over, because we can't get to every channel during the course of the stream. You see the messages Nightbot or whichever one of the chatbots drops about that. because we want to get to as many channels that are active in the chat as possible. We still got a long way to go. We still got a couple of hours, and pretty soon I'll add a name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And I've got a ChatBot in the background that helps keep track of all that stuff as well, if that makes any sense. And then pardon me while I'm getting my ducks in a row here. Judgment Day Mike Harper is up on the screen. This creator dropped a super chat. And this creator is going to bring us a lot of reviews of different movies more than anything else. One of my favorites, Captain Phillips there. I've watched that more than once. Some of these I haven't seen. I think I saw The Patriot. I'm not sure. Broken Arrow I saw for sure a long time ago. Looks like might be TV shows as well. Yes, I keep forgetting to say that. I keep mentioning movies and not television shows. Pardon me. Lots of popular titles, though. And then getting close to 800 subscribers, more than halfway on the road to 800. Judgment Day Mike Harper's got some shorts here, though, that have gotten into 1,800, 2,000, 2,200 views, and live streams on the channel. Big wrestling fan that's going to give us some commentary, whether it comes to WWE or other wrestling. And then Michael W. Harper is another channel that this creator's got set up. This is where we might be able to get a better idea about the creator behind the channel, and some of the shorts that they've got. Videos feature mostly DVD reviews and then some outdoor footage, as we can see there. Shorts on the channel, like I said, give us a chance to get to know the creator a little bit better. And then they've done some live streaming in the past, but this is a secondary channel that they've got set up kind of as a backup for what they're doing on the first channel. We never know what might come down the pipe between demonetization and stuff like that. It's not common, but it can happen, right? And then we just want to be ready. Even I have gotten a guideline strike on my personal channel at one point. So you got to be ready to move just in case you had to wipe the slate clean. And we've seen people do it before. Pardon me. Michael W. Harper and Judgment Day Mike Harper, thank you for the super chat again. OG Sean White dropped another one. Thank you for the kind words. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And then Michael Harper might be posting a new video soon, which is great to know. And Cove Action is coming up, Chuck and Lori. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Cove Action is Chuck and Lori. These creators, we talk often actually about the process of video creation or editing. They said they were doing some editing earlier. That might be putting up this video, as a matter of fact. We happen to know they use DaVinci Resolve. That just happens to be interesting because there's a few options out there. I know a lot of people are using CapCut or different things, but the three big production programs that people usually keep on their computers and are in big studios is Adobe Premiere, Apple's Final Cut Pro, and then of course DaVinci Resolve. At some point I plan to either make the switch or dabble with DaVinci, but I just haven't done it yet. But we can learn a lot from Cove Action Travel, the way they think about the plans that they make for filming, because sometimes things are fast-paced when you're traveling, and I've been lucky enough to hang out with them in the chat while they were live streaming, so that we could talk about that kind of thing. I see they've got a new video here and a premiere coming up. The premiere is about a week from now, but I'm going to take this short video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list just so that I can stay caught up here. What you're going to notice is a lot of, I'd like to say filmography, or maybe cinematography is a better way to put it. These creators will have multicam setups. They'll do things in different ways. They include drone footage, vlogging as we know and love it. They've got a lot of still shots, and they think about composition and things like that as well. They've gotten into 8,400, 12,000, even 20,000 views on some of the shorts here, and then live streams on on the channel as well. And I think I'm going to rerun this live stream. I don't know why the red line's not all the way across. I wasn't in there for that though, right? That was what I missed on Saturday, wasn't it? I'm not sure if I don't think I made it in there for that. Am I wrong? Let me put this into my catch-up list, though. One of the things you could do with a playlist, I do it all the time, on a phone or on a computer, is you can reorder the videos if you wanted to. If you want to reorder them for the order you want to watch them in. Maybe sometimes there's ones you actually want to see, and then sometimes you want to let them run. Or in my case, what I do is I put the shortest ones at the top of the playlist and the longer ones at the bottom. What that allows is that when I have a half an hour, or whatever amount of time to sit there and watch videos, I can watch like 20 videos in the first hour, because all the 3, 4, and 5 minute ones are at the beginning. And then things like live stream replays like this one here will go towards the end, because I can just let them run out. Like I said, I always leave the computer running, whether it's when I go to work in the mornings, or whether I'm out for some reason, or when I'm going to sleep at night. 4 things are running at all times. I know not everybody can do that, but it is a trick that we can use, let's just say. So another channel, I mentioned the idea of showing this. Did I show it last time? I hope I did after I said I was going to. Live, Love, Laugh, Lori is a second channel that they've got up, set up here. And Chuck and Lori are doing all kinds of content together, helping each other on both channels. I mean, I think they're both just working together on Covaction, and I think this is set up for Lori as well. They did an entire series together and split that into 2 parts each every day for an advent calendar idea. And then Live, Love, Laugh with Lori, we'd love to push towards the first 100 subscribers. They've just gotten started, but we want to push them if we can. And then Chuck and Lori want to go live more often. I recommend it for sure. The, live streams really help with audience growth, because that's where we get the opportunity to interact with the audience, right? They can ask questions, whether it has to do with the video that's on the screen or not. Sometimes they just ask about us and things like that, or we're talking about, weather and YouTube and, Da Vinci and all the different things we could talk about. Whereas if somebody's watching your videos, we're grateful for them watching, but we don't get a chance to talk to them if they don't comment, for instance. You know what I mean? And none of us comments on every single video we ever watch. Some people do better than others, but you know what I mean. It's almost impossible to catch everything. But any interaction is great. So for anybody that's thinking about live streaming, I recommend it. I'd love to push everybody for that because it can have great impact on the channel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Mama Tato Heyday, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then when we look at the wheel, I know it's overwhelming right now, but I will clean the wheel up when we go for our next break, probably another 10 minutes from now. And then I think you did a great job today. Have fun in nature. I know a lot of people will say that. They'll be like, oh, I'm a little bit shy or whatever. I thought Have Fun in Nature did a perfect job today on their live stream. I think that's the first one I've been able to catch. Because they were on, they might have been on still, but they were on at 4 p.m. today Eastern, an hour before us. So I knew for sure I'd be able to catch that. Not too long after Jessie Journals and Unboxes. And then, like I said, Michael's Adventures went before her. Kind of a cool idea. Lots of people scheduling their stuff around each other. I don't want anybody to get too hung up on that. For instance, in Tuber Chat, I've been lucky because I've just said from the beginning, I don't have a schedule. So nobody ever gets upset that Tuber Chat's on at the same time as them, because I don't go on at any particular time. I try to post the streams in advance, but if I have to go on Monday, I have to go on Monday. If I have to go on Thursday, I have to go on Thursday. And I don't like to let more than 3 days go by without doing a live stream, because the saying, out of sight, out of mind. It's absolutely true. People have their routines, and as soon as you interfere with somebody else's routine, you run the risk of having them change it. Yeah, and people might end up not catching your stuff, let's just say. So a schedule is the very best way to grow. And for 99% of channels, I would recommend having a set day and time, like Just Jason Keto has now. For a couple of different things, as a matter of fact. Many creators here do. And on my personal channel, or even our copyright-free music channel, it's been a long time since I've posted anything new on either of those channels, but when I do, I have a routine. The videos go up on Saturday, 9 a.m. if I'm not premiering, 12 p.m. if I am premiering Eastern. Now, there's other nuances out there. Kristen Welton was actually ChatGPTing it up the other day and talked about the idea and reminded me again today about the idea that for different types of content, like let's say you're doing cooking videos, or you're doing camping videos, or you're doing auto repair videos, any type of video at all, there could be different days or times that are better for those. Cooking videos might be better off at certain times of the week, let's just say. Just Jason Keto is a longtime friend and somebody I've met up with, I believe, 4 times now. He just a few weeks ago came down to Niagara Falls to have lunch with me and Kristen again, for which I'm very grateful, because we always have a great time talking. It's mostly YouTube we get into, but he was describing the idea that Friday nights are a great night for him. And I'm very surprised. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't post on Friday night. That's not going to work for me. And because I typically stick to Saturday mornings, and Friday nights used to not do so well for us here on Superchat until now. I've had to do so many Friday night live streams lately that now it's doing better for us. But Jason said, oh yeah, no, it's doing fine. And he's actually doing really, really well. So his latest video, look at this, like 3,000 views now, which is great to see. And then he's got another one set up, and that's for, oh, is it Friday again? I think it is, right? So he's going to drop his premieres every Friday at 8 p.m. because for his channel, in his experience, watching his analytics, that works for him. Somebody like myself, I'm going to watch the analytics. I'm going to take what it says, not as gospel, but into consideration. But still, I'm going to do what I think is best based on my own experience as well. No two answers are 100% the same for every single creator in most cases. There are some universal truths, like we should be doing thumbnails, we should be filling out our tags, we should be filling out our descriptions. In those cases, anything is better than nothing, right? But eventually we start to get into, hey, even though, let's say, Just Jason Keto does a lot of chaffle recipes, he does much more on the channel, but let's say I wanted to do a chaffle channel at the same time. Well, maybe his green thumbnails are going to do better than my green thumbnails, but my red ones are going to do better than his. It can come down to those tiny little details, but this is what we learn as we continue, let's just say. Much too detailed for what we usually talk about here, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And then when we look at Just Jason Keto, like I said, he's dropping usually a recipe, but any video. He sometimes does product reviews as well. He's dropping these on Friday nights at 8 p.m. So this week, again, we'll be on Superchat. We'll probably raid into his premiere. And then Just Jason Keto goes live on Thursday nights. Now, that might be a bit of a help. When we think about it, I'm grasping at straws and I'm trying to rationalize, if that makes sense, because when he says that Friday nights do well for him, it's not a surprise. He's dropping it right before the weekend, but came as a bit of a surprise to me when I heard it for the very first time. Since he live streams on Thursday, that's a perfect opportunity to let everybody know, hey, I got a video coming tomorrow. So while it's fresh in everybody's mind, he might get that little kickstart from the people who are already in the live stream. We never know. We'll have to ask him. He might be out of the chat right this second. And then, yeah, Cove Action's Eastern in Syracuse, I believe, right? And we're in Niagara Falls. So, oh, I think Cove Action's asking everybody what time zone they're in. And then Just Jason Keto sometimes does product reviews of things that have to do with a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Sometimes he's unboxing things like the gimbal, the Osmo 7 here, or a GoPro 12. he recently did, or so once in a while he brings some variety on the channel. Often he brings guests, both in videos and in live streams. And when we dig over to those live streams right now, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. He recently had Anita on for, I don't know if that's a third or fourth time, and she always does a great job and has a lot of information to share. But Jason is always thinking about his audience and how to bring new aspects into, if that makes sense, into his live stream content or even his videos. But like, over the last couple of weeks or several weeks, he's been doing a different type of series while live streaming, still talking keto, still talking YouTube. He recently did a second part to a homestead hangout where he introduced us to some other YouTube creators that have been supporting him. And then sometimes he does a multicam setup, a cook-along idea, or sometimes he's got a guest on the channel with a panel like this, like Kendra from Consume the Goodness. We talked about her earlier. Of course, he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on this channel have really moved. He's got a barbecue video here, and he revisits that every year because his barbecue video has done well ever since his very first product review. So these are the kind of things we can watch, not just in the analytics, even your view counts will tell you some of your most popular videos. Maybe you want to either not redo them, but find ideas where you can make complementary content, right? A good example is, let's say you had a barbecue and you put it together, you did the setup, review, unboxing, and all that stuff. And then the next year, is it still worth using this thing in 2025? It doesn't have to be a barbecue. It could be anything. And now that we're in 2026, you could do the same thing. Some videos you can revisit every year, even if you're just doing variety like a lot of people are. And even I have doubled up on a couple of videos because of this kind of thing. Some of my best performing videos have happened on my personal channel because I've done more than one. I did a tablet video that did really well, so of course the other tablet video did really well. I did one of an iPhone stand, so the other iPhone stand video did really well. Surprisingly well, as a matter of fact. And then Just Jason Keto, forgive me, has got shorts over here bringing healthy eating, healthy living, and grilling looking shorts, healthy looking grilling shorts. Here's what I mean to say. These have done well, 5,000, 6,000, on the way to 7,000 views, and one which I've seen at 23,000. And that's a traditional short, so I promise you, if you watch this one for 15 seconds, it's entertaining as well. And then I'm going to show you his second channel. He set one up so that he can post anything else on here. It's Just Jason. This is where some creators will be able to post things that don't fit within their regular category or niche. We have to spell it properly, but there it is. It's Just Jason. He's almost halfway to the first 100 subscribers over here. He's got some winter weather there, a few videos to get us started, mostly travel-based content in some of the shorts here, but he's already long beyond 1,000 views, up to even 1,300, which is great to see. And then what I'm going to do is spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. OG Sean White, we saw it. We're going to spin the wheel again. We're a channel ahead now, which is great to know. And we'll take another break in 5 minutes or so. April Showers is coming up. This is another longtime friend. She's been with us for at least a couple of years, if not 3 by now. Could even be longer, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that. April Showers is a creator that does a ton of live streaming. And I've been lucky to catch them a million times before, literally. This creator is getting into close to 2,200 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I didn't realize you had a new, I don't know how long ago you put these up, the banner and the avatar. Lots of people are using these. The AI systems have just gotten so much better over the last year. I mean, we've been talking about this stuff for at least a year, if not possibly 2 years. But when we look at the progress, it's really overwhelming. I see they've got a video here, and it looks like it's got some positive inspiration in it, so I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. This creator is going to post a lot of variety on their channel. They bring shorts, and these have gotten now into 4,800, 5,300, even 21,000 views on one of these, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. I'm just going to check something right now. I'm going to go on your last live stream, Fireball Friday here. I'll give you the thumbs up, and I'm just going to check if the comment will come through. Wish I was here for this stream. Can't wait to catch the next one. And we'll comment, we'll see if it comes true. So it did. So if there's any luck in the world, that will mean that when I come into a live chat, I'll be able to be seen. Sometimes creators feel like they're shadow banned or something like that. And there's common glitches on YouTube. That can happen all the time. It's happened to me as much as anybody else, where I'll go into a chat. I've been trying to get into April Showers Network for probably a year. I can't remember how long. And the messages don't come through. So I got to go like on my personal account and say, hey, you got unbanned Tuber Chat. And the problem is, if somebody hasn't actually been banned, 99% of creators aren't even going to know what on earth you're talking about, because they're just going to say, I don't understand. So there's something in our community settings called an approved users section. I'll type that in the chat just in case anybody wants to know what I'm talking about. And there's other reasons for this right now. So you have to read about it and be careful like that you want to do this. But you can just simply put somebody in the approved users, and that usually solves that problem right away. It's not that somebody's banned. There's just glitches and it feels like shadow banning and stuff like that. And then after you put somebody in the approved users, the other thing I do is ask them to just reset their device, literally, whether it's a computer or phone, reset the browser, reset the app, and that's usually enough to get somebody back in. And then Jen Palazzo, no, we ate. It was wing night again. We're on this like wing kick, and we did wings. Actually, Kristen did up an entire meal today. What did we do? She did like pasta kind of side dish, fettuccine alfredo, and it's a weird combination, but I wanted it. But we did wings, but salt and pepper wings. The last ones we had a little bit too much spice for me. I don't like any spice at all. Like, it has to be zero. And then garlic bread we had today, and salad. She does a salad almost every day as well. She likes it a lot more than I do, but she it's just lettuce. I whine and complain about it because lettuce every day feels nauseating to me. But I know it's healthy and I eat vegetables and everything else. So what she does is she'll make a salad, but she'll just keep the lettuce to kind of a minimum so that it's good, but not overwhelming, right? And then like, for instance, she bought a head of lettuce today literally to make wedge salads for herself for lunch all week. Because she knows that I don't like it as much as she does, right? Mama Tato, Cozy Heyday with Cindy is here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yeah, my understanding is within reason, spice can be good for you. I wish I could take it, but I just can't. Like Frank's Red Hot, I love the taste of that. It is, in my opinion, delicious. But I just can't take it, so I have to, like, if I'm going to have, let's say if I was going to make wings, I never do, but if I was going to make them myself and use Frank's Red Hot, I'd have to butter it up like crazy to try to get that heat to subside. I know that in Canada they have mild wing sauce, but I'm praying for the day, and our American friends can tell me if this exists, because I haven't looked it up lately, if there's such thing as Frank's Red Hot that has no hot. I know it goes right against their brand and everything, but the taste of it is so good, and I just can't have it. I just don't want to do that. And then I was rambling with the brooms in. Yeah, I didn't see Scott come in. Force me to eat salad 3 times a day. Yeah, because I've met Scott in person as well. He knows I could stand to lose a pound or two. And I do. I eat salad. I eat vegetables and everything like that. But it's just that it's not the most prominent part of the plate, let's say. Mama Tato, Cozy Heyday with Cindy. This is a game I've played a million times before. It's been a long time, but I actually really got into Heyday for a while. I had a few friends on Facebook, and we're all like helping each other with our farms, watering each other's gardens and stuff like that. I sort of forget, but I remember building that up. You visit each other's farms. I think it's similar to Farmville, right? But it's great to see this game doing so well. And Mama Tato, Cozy Heyday with Cindy is bringing us live streams for this as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Video games of any kind, we call them video games, but you know what I mean, games like this of any kind, have so much opportunity when it comes to content, because I'm a huge fan of the idea of games. Like, I actually love games, but I'm a huge fan of the idea of it, because when you think about young, impressionable people, right, whether it's children or anybody else, if somebody was to have the argument where they say, what's better, watching television or playing a video game, I would always be on the side of the video game, because at least you're part of the adventure. The story is always different. Doesn't matter if you go left and somebody else goes right, it's still different, right? And I think that's probably what the magic of these games is. But I'm such a big fan of it, and I think that's why people will watch hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of video gameplay, even though they've seen it all before, because you haven't. You haven't seen what this person's going to do this time, right? So that's just, my opinion on it, but I do love games as much as anybody. Mama Tato, 534 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 600 they're thinking about. They got shorts over here as well, and these have gotten into 800 views, 1,300 on another one, which is great to see. And then they got a few other things in the shorts there, and then they've got some streams, including members-only content, which is great to see. They just did a stream 21 minutes ago. They're doing these several times a week, so hopefully everybody will connect with Mama Tato, Cozy Heyday with Cindy, and let's spin the wheel. And what we're going to do right now, we'll take another break, and we'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. And again, these are creators who share their YouTube journey with us. I really asked for their opinion in these interviews much more than adding a lot of my own. They don't all say the same things I would, and they don't all say the same things as each other. So they're extremely informative, because all of these creators have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So, Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do. Okay. Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience. Yes. The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like, I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, have you ever eaten this? What did you put? We have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. the sugar go on grits, sugar or salt. So that's always, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro.
Okay.
If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because you have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we're just about back, and I just put Henry Leslie Vermont onto the wheel as promised at least a couple of times during the stream. We had a couple of names from our chat list. That's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And then, Covaction, yeah, I can't remember, I grabbed your smallest video, or your shortest video this time. when your channel was up on the screen here. But sometimes I'm on when things like they just come recommended, and I'll grab stuff. I'll either watch it right then or put it into a playlist when I'm on YouTube. You know what I mean? For several hours an evening usually, and this and that. Daisy HD came up on the wheel. So this creator is also playing Heyday. Really interesting. So Mama Tato, I'm not sure if they sent Daisy HD over here or if they met while they were here. I'm assuming they sent you over here, and I appreciate that for sure. So this creator is active on the social networks, which is great to see. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. Pardon me, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days or so. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I see they got a live stream coming up tomorrow. You can see for me, maybe, I'm not sure if you're on a phone or not, but that's going to come up at 3 a.m. for me. So I'm going to be snoring like you wouldn't believe at that time. But hopefully I'll catch you for one of these at some point. And like I said, I will put your notification bell on as soon as I subscribe to your channel. A Simple Family Lifestyle's up now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Mama Tato says that Daisy HD, who we just saw, does other video games as well as Heyday, which is great to know. And then Six Bows is Back is here. They were live earlier. And Six Bows is Back really brings us into her life. So she had an interesting bunch of broccoli that she was cooking up. She's always cooking up a storm. And the funniest comment I saw today in the chat was somebody saying, bring it back to the store for a glow up. I couldn't believe that. You'll have to head to Six Bows Back channel and have a look at their latest live stream to see what I'm talking about. But it was entertaining. The Strings and Pucks, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated always. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. But Strings and Pucks will be the next channel that we look at. We're moving faster than usual today, even with a little bit of my talk, I think. So that's great. We'll get to as many channels as we can. A $14 refund, my dear goodness, on some broccoli, which is great to know. And then Simple Family, yes, anybody would have brought that back though. A Simple Family Lifestyle is up on the screen right now. They're going to bring us lifestyle content, recipes, food vlogs, motivational quotes, and more inspiration and motivation on the channel. When you dig through some of the thumbnails, you see some of the delicious things that they've got going on here. And then we were talking about avocado the other day when I was looking at their thumbnails. Shorts over here have gotten into 2,500 views on a couple of them, 3,200 views on another one, which is great to see. And I haven't said this in a very long time, but one of the things that I really like, and I've come to love about the Tuber Chat community and what we're all doing here, when I see cooking videos on channels, it doesn't have to be a cooking channel, but anybody who's doing any cooking, baking, things like that, the interesting thing that we're seeing is things that people are usually making in their home, things they actually eat, things they make for their friends, very different than what we see on cooking television shows. You know, sometimes we get amateurs, sometimes we get professional chefs and bakers and things like this, but this is a great look at what people are actually eating. at home. And some of it may not look as traditional to some of us as it does to others. You heard Edna's World in that clip we listened to earlier talking about grits. And she asked, like, do I eat grits? And in the interview, I said, no, I don't. But I was just letting her talk, but I didn't even know what that was. You know what I mean? I've probably heard the term a million times. I just don't think it's as common around my area as it might have been. But I'm unsure about that. And then A Simple Family Lifestyle is doing a ton of live streaming over here as well. And a lot of creators are doing things like this, very much unattended live streams. Now, actually, A Simple Family Lifestyle is usually in there. So when I say unattended live streams, I'm usually talking about something that's running like that. Lots of people are doing fish tanks or different types of content, pointing a camera at the weather and stuff like that, but not interacting with the chat. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not for me or anybody else to say what somebody should or shouldn't do. And if your channel's growing, you're getting subscribers, that's great. But sometimes I mention the idea of unattended live streams, and just in the idea of clarifying what I mean, more than anything else, it's when the creator's not in the chat. Lots of people put a live stream on and then they go to bed and wake up, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I can't imagine you're going to wake up to a bunch of super chats and new members and things like that, but I would love to be corrected on that as well. 1,300 views on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. They're doing more of these live streams over here, and you see what I mean. Some of these are getting into like 9 hours and 11 hours and things like that, but they've got two different channels here. So A Simple Family Lifestyle 2, obviously, and this is a creator who I've caught their live streams a million times before. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here. And I actually run into A Simple Family Lifestyle probably every day or close to it, supporting other people in live streams and premiere chats. And then Strings and Pucks is coming up because they dropped a super chat a few minutes ago. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And just for the sake of saying so, we've done things like that on our copyright-free music channel, where for a long time what I was doing, probably a year straight, was running a virtual 24-hour live stream. And the reason why I say virtual is just because it actually broke every 11 hours and 50 minutes, because if your live stream goes over 12 hours, your watch hours may not count, and they may not, you may not be able to save the video in quite the same way. You just might not get the credit that is deserved for whatever did come in for viewers and watch time and things like that. So what we recommend for people who are going to do it is to cut the live streams under 12 hours. And I find that 10 minutes is enough to break the stream, but 5 minutes might not be enough. Like if you try to break a stream and then, you know, start it back up, it might just hook back into the old stream. So I found 11 or 12 minutes was the sweet spot for us. But we'd be in there, at least when the stream started a lot of the time, a lot of our moderators helping out with that in and out, and then I'd let them run. But we haven't been doing those for a long time. We tried one a while ago, but the technology picks up so fast, and the cost of having a live stream run on a cloud server, the way that I had it running with a video game going and video footage and everything all at the same time, it was the price doubled. And I had to say I got to cut it. It used to be $100 a month. It went up to probably $200 a month. I bet it's even more now. Wouldn't be able to do it. That channel is not meant to be a moneymaker. It's meant to be just a value add for us. And anybody who hasn't seen it, you can find it on our front page. All the same music you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music, and it's available everywhere. When you're making TikTok videos, when you're making YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, or if you're just listening to music, you can use it in your videos and live streams and things like that. It's on Apple, it's on Amazon, it's on Deezer, it's on everywhere that you find music. Strings and Pucks is up here right now. There's another channel I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. One of the things I keep saying when I see anybody with a guitar on YouTube is I wish I followed through with this, because I had a neighbor, like family friend, trying to teach me when I was a kid, and I was talented with music. I ended up doing other things later. I played a trumpet through grade school and drums in high school and this and that. But I wish I had kept up with the guitar, because it's a wonderful skill to have, you know, as life goes on. Just pick up a guitar and play music anytime you want, I think is great. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from this creator. 1,700 subscribers already. They've got shorts over here as well. Looks like they might be singing along, which is great to know. 2,400, 4,300 views. They got guitars of different types, which is great to see also. Live streams on the channel. They seem to be doing these frequently. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel. It gives me the best chance to catch everybody as often as possible. And then Stephen Wire, good to see you in the house. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I understand, Stephen Wire. So thank you for adding that, though, especially when I was just talking about it. And then Driving Daily always stops their live streams. They're door dashing while live streaming a lot of the time. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And the same reason we have strings and pucks up here right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then thank you, Driving Daily. So like I said, this creator is often door dashing while live streaming. And this creator has a vibrant live stream. So they've always got people coming in and out. And the conversation can go anywhere, like any live stream. But they do have other gig workers and door dashers coming in, sharing tips and tricks with each other, which is really, really cool. Driving Daily is usually on a long time. And then they'll post videos as well. They're an auto enthusiast. I keep forgetting to say that, but I think they've got a collection of cars. And then they've got 11,000, 18,000, 36,000 views on some of the shorts. Live streams on the channel as well. They're live right now. And they live stream, I think, daily. Pretty close to it, right? I know the channel's called Driving Daily, but he literally is on as often as possible. He's got a second channel, Real Thoughts Project. It's funny, I had this channel up the other day on the last live stream, and I wasn't looking at the view counts while I was talking about it. I noticed right after I finished talking about the channel. Real Thoughts Project, pardon me, is the second channel from this creator, and this is meant for more deep discussion about different types of things. So we'll see how this channel takes shape over time, but you recognize the same creator, and then live streams on the channel. I think he said the other day he's actually got more channels as well, but these are the only two I know of so far. Usually when I hear about channels or creators that have more than one channel, we look at two of them. And then continue on. Thank you, little Elbricks, and happy belated birthday. And then Butler Family Farm. I was able to catch some of what was going on with your live stream today while you were doing the sugar-free pecan pie with Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, right? Butler Family Farm's on the wheel. Delightful Roots Fam. Oh, pardon me. Delightful Roots Farm, pardon me, is on the wheel now. The handles trip me up a little bit. That's my excuse. Even with my glasses, I can't see a thing, I promise you. And thank you, Timmy does everything. And Driving Daily, thank you for the super chat, by the way. You saw he's live now. He'll probably still be live after we're done another hour from now. So hopefully everybody will connect with Driving Daily and Real Thoughts Project. Even this channel's moving towards 1,400 subscribers already. And then Six Bows is back, so they always wanted to play the flute. And you know what the other thing is too? To be honest with you, it's never too late to start, right? It's never too late to learn, especially now that we have YouTube. When I was young enough to wanted to start playing guitar, or the time when I was about to learn, there was no such thing as YouTube, right? You'd have to go and have people teach you. I had a wonderful woman try to teach me piano. I was going to Sunday school, and I'd go over to this woman's place, and she would teach free piano lessons to anybody who wanted them, which is an incredibly generous thing to have done. But I didn't follow through with that as well. I learned to play O Canada. I remember that. She taught me how to play. I couldn't do it today, but she taught me how to play O Canada, but I did it in the like 2-finger style, not like proper piano playing, but still good enough to have accomplished at least something. But yeah, Sixpos is back. I'm sure at some point you could grab something, and that I hope that's motivating for anybody. We certainly could. I think about it sometimes. I mean, I can't imagine I'd make time right this second to pick up a guitar and try to learn, but I may one day. Because I just think it's a wonderful thing to be able to do, you know, and relaxing and therapeutic and everything else. Kristen Walton is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Ellen Smile, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, your channel will be the next one that we're going to look at. And then Josephine Cowley, thank you so much. They're doing another live stream today. Oh, a 5th live today, and it's only 10 a.m. for them. They're on right now, I guess. And then thank you, Ellen Smile. I caught them for their first live stream, or from my first live stream that I caught for them the other day. Let's see if we can do this again. Lock your iPhone to connect. Unlock the iPhone. We're going to do something right now. 22272. There's my password for everybody. And then when we get into the iPhone, let me see if I can think about what I'm doing here. Kristen Walton dropped a video yesterday, and she premiered it. And then Ravens fan, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I've got a raid set for this week already, but I do like to mix that up from time to time. So on my phone, I'm on my personal account right now, but I'm just going to show you something. We'll do this for a couple of creators. Kristen Walton, and we'll go, I don't think I did this yet, but we'll go to her video and her latest one, sharing her journey living with MS. And when I go across here, oh, maybe I hyped it already. Did I hype it? Oh, I might have hyped it already. Let's go to Jesse Journals and Unboxes. I'm going to show you how to hype if you haven't done this yet. This is very important. Jessie just dropped her video a couple hours before Tuber Chat, so I know I haven't hyped this. I had to take a phone call right while her video was playing, so I'm going to have to rewatch that. But when we dig through the buttons here, there's a button here called Hype. Not everybody has it. I don't have it on Tuber Chat, but I do have it on this account. So what I'm going to do is click this, and what this does is gives a bunch of points to this creator, and then they might be able to get onto a leaderboard, which might be able to give them more exposure for their video. We'll do one more just because I don't think I did just Jason Keto's latest video that he would have dropped on Friday night. And let's skim over. There's the hype button and hype. You could do 3 of these every week. So that's an example of how to do that, but I just wanted to show that to everybody quickly. Kristen just dropped her video yesterday. I wanted to make sure we got that, that I got that covered. And then Rita Crystal Dragon Creations. Good to see you in the house. Thank you. The pardon me, handles are tripping me up good. And then Greenland Quilter Katie's coming in with a gifted membership. So thank you for that. I'm going to put your channel on the screen right after Ellen Smile. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And then, yeah, she is Lady Tuber Chat, basically. We were going to do, she made a joke earlier today saying, I think in Jesse's, saying it was going to be chicken wing mukbang episode of Tuber Chat today, and then I ate so fast I didn't leave anything to show anybody. And then Kristen Welton is up on the screen. She typically does makeup and beauty, lots of get ready with me, lots of product reviews, unboxings, even sponsored videos now. When we look at this creator, she's really experimenting with thumbnails right this minute, and I hope everybody is using all three of the thumbnail spots available when we can A/B test on our channels. Even if your videos are not getting quite enough views for the test to follow through, I'd love for everybody to get into the practice today, because you can always go back and do this later, and you can redo it for videos again and again and again, as well as live stream replays. But you see she always has a professional look to her thumbnails. You'll recognize some of the templates from Canva, but this creator brings bright bold headshots as well. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, we're going to see that she's done quite a few with some winter weather there, getting into 16,000, 19,000, 22, and even 28,000 on some of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. She's live streamed many times before. We've done a couple together as a matter. We did a get to know us. I forgot that we did that. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen Welton, push her towards the 1,800 subscribers we know she's going to be thinking about. And then Ellen Smile is coming up, and we'll see what she's got going on. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Well, I've been on more than 7 years and I'm still learning. I promise you, have fun in nature. We learn from each other every day. I learn from creators with channels of all sizes all the time. And right around the time that Tuber Chat was starting, YouTube, I felt, was forcing us into this thing where we had to start these brand accounts. Jason's in the same boat, where we can't hype other people's videos with our channels. I think that's the case. He'll have to clarify for himself. But the Tuber Chat account I can't hype from, but I can hype from my personal account. So since I have more than one channel, I'm able to do it. When I set up YouTube channels, I never set them up together. Like, I never go to the button that says add another channel. I always start with a fresh email address, fresh everything, so that they're completely disconnected, except for the AdSense, right? Because you can use the same AdSense on multiple channels. But what that does is, let's say, like for instance, I got a guideline strike on my personal channel for something somebody else said in a live stream. But the problem is, because of the content I had been filming at that time, I could have got 3 in a row. I could have got 3 all at once. Who knows, right? And so you don't want to lose all your channels at the same time. I mean, the only thing worse than losing a channel is losing more than one channel. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but I'm sure that it happens. Annabelle TV, good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend. E-Ventures of Spirits, good to see you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And that's right, Sixpose is back within, I believe, 7 days. I think you're right. Within a week, you've got to hype those videos, but we get 3 a week. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Ellen Smile, thank you so much for the super chat. I actually caught this creator for the my first time in their live stream. I'm not sure which one. Did I catch you for 2? Oh, this is one where they were doing a unattended live stream, like I was talking about. I caught them for this one a few days ago as well. So they're live streaming all the time, which is great to see, and they're monetized already with over 2,100 subscribers. This creator has some members-only content, which is great to know, and some of the shorts over here have done 2,000, 2,100, 2,300 views, which is great to see. Videos, they're posting frequently, but I'm still getting to know the channel. So I'm going to take this second video here because it's 9 minutes long, as opposed to the shortest one. We always want to look for videos that are at least 3 minutes long whenever possible, especially when we're connecting with each other. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ellen Smile. Oh, they might have been in the chat the other day on what I just called an unattended live stream. It's not an official term. It's something I keep mentioning, and I'm kind of dancing around now, trying to find the right way to talk about it. We used to call them silent live streams, where creators literally used to just put a black screen or like those bubbles flying around and there'd be nothing. And then people got into doing things where there's at least some kind of content. Jason was talking today about a video that the Think Media team put out. It's the second that I know of, that they were talking about the purges that are happening and kind of explaining why channels are getting demonetized or maybe even deleted, if I understand right. It's worth going to search that out. And then Galacticness managed to match a couple of live streams without trying. And then Tim Mitchell was on earlier with Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. And then, Ellen Smile. Yeah, anything's possible. I usually have 4 windows running. I got 2 monitors, right? So if I'm working on the computer, then I've got 4 things running on YouTube. So I usually come in, say hello to everybody. I'm usually there a lot longer than everybody might think these days. And I tend to hop in and out and back and forth between them, depending on what I'm doing. If I have to concentrate on what I'm doing, then I get the volume down and then I'm watching whatever I'm doing on the other screen. But a lot of times I'm there or just listening to at least one. Sometimes I listen to 2 at a time. I find if there's one with a male voice and one with a female voice, even if there's groups of creators, I can listen to both at the same time without too much trouble. When it's, too much of the same, then it starts to crash into each other, if that makes any sense. Yeah, unattended is a word I'm kind of tripping over. I'm going to have to find another way to describe this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, so Greenland Quilter Katie, that's interesting. And the other thing too, I mean, like when we think about how a lot of people are live streaming, even myself personally, I do a ton of well, I say a ton, but I have done many live streams where I'm outdoors walking around. But what I have found, and this is not going to be the case for everybody, it has nothing to do with my feelings about myself or anything like that, but what I have found is when I am not on the camera, my videos do better than when I am. So even when I'm live streaming, I will rarely put the camera on myself because the content does better when I'm not there. What I have thought about is like in tutorial videos, putting like maybe my face in that small little bubble in the corner or something like that, but not focus so much. And I took the intros out of my videos. Most of you have heard me say that more than once, because they do better for me. But we all have to just experiment with different ideas to see if different things are going to work for us. So it's not that I feel any certain way about some of the things we talk about here. I'm sure everybody understands that in order to keep the community going, I can't talk about some things in the harsh way that I might if I wasn't worried about, how do I say? I'm not here to review. I'm not here to criticize in a good way or a bad way. I mean, sometimes I'll say really positive things, which is great to know. But I would, we don't want to discourage anybody from creating things. It would be heartbreaking to know that some of the things I've said over the years could be disheartening or discouraging to people. We don't want to discourage anybody. We just want to get everybody into the best practices and living up to the potential that each person has, right? If we're truly doing our best, we're spending all this time, we might as well do the best we can, right? That's all we wish for, let's just say. Desert Living, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then, yeah, we have to just experiment with different ideas. Honesty is usually the best policy in almost every case. Almost every case. Not every case. Almost every case. Chef Stevie, good to see you in the house. Tim Mitchell, I hope I put on the wheel a while ago. Did I? I may have missed putting Tim Mitchell on the wheel. Let me get them on there. But I'll get Chef Stevie on there as well. Because they've got memberships on both channels right now. And they might come up twice as fast. And then, yeah, they were doing sugar-free pecan pie. So I was there for a little while today, in and out, like as anybody would expect a lot of times. And then Tim Mitchell's gifting 5 memberships again, right as I'm saying that. So thank you for the extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing a million times before. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. I know the recipients will be happy to have those. And then I'm going to keep moving as quickly as I can here. We still got 45 minutes to go or so, maybe a little bit longer. And then Michael's Adventures will have his premiere at 8 o'clock, of course. Greenland Quilter Katie is going to bring us beautiful views around Greenland in between the quilting and crafting ideas that usually come within the live streams here. So these are frequent. She's on all the time. I'm not sure if it's quite daily, but usually with a panel full of guests, the conversation can go anywhere. They're always having a good time. Often when I'm in there, I find that we talk a little bit about YouTube, but I don't know if they just do that all the time or if that's just when I'm there. And then it's great to see you connecting with a lot of different creators as well. I wish I caught that one. And you can see sometimes they're on, look at this, for 6 hours, almost 5 hours on another one. Greenland Quilter Katie as well has got a podcast going on. Sometimes they'll do shopping videos or some vlogging, and they have brought us beautiful views around Greenland. This is the kind of videos I was seeing when they first came into the Tuber Chat family just under a year and a half ago. And then this creator's got shorts on the channel as well, and these will give us more of a look around Greenland. Looks like one of their newest shorts is the one that's blowing up right now at 4,500 views, which is great to see. 2,900, 3,200, and that one at 4,500. So that has to be exciting, and we know she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Butler Family Farm is going to snipe the stream boss position again. Oh, I think Tim Mitchell tried to get it. That's why he dropped the highlighted milestone message, because he doesn't do that all the time. But it's interesting to know those highlighted milestone messages knock some points off of the stream boss. So when you see it getting close, you might be able to grab that thing for free. And I love it when people are able to do that as well. And that's really cool. Yeah, Chef CV, pecan pie, but sugar-free. Sounds like interesting. I said it on the last live stream. I'm kind of amazed because I thought that pecan pie was sugar. I thought that was how it's made. You know, I've never made my own butter tarts or pecan pie or anything like that. But my assumption was that it's made of sugar. So if that's not the case, then I've got a lot to learn. Paralife TV from New Brunswick as well. Good to see you in the house. That's another creator I've actually met up with in real life. Let's take a break. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We'll make this one quick, and then we'll get right back, and we'll look at Tim Mitchell. I just need another moment here. We'll be on soon enough. And I'll appreciate everybody's patience. I'm going to step away for a quick second, but we'll just leave Tim Mitchell's channel up on the screen for a second here, and I will be right back. Yeah, forgive me for that. I usually don't like to take off like that, but I didn't want to leave the break screen on just in case it was silent, and then people would think the stream froze or something. When we look at the screen, Tim Mitchell is a creator that actually has a couple of other channels I'm going to talk about here with Chef CV that you see in the chat. And I cleaned up the wheel quite a bit, so for any of our members or moderators, just please be active. I'll make sure you're on there. We still got 40 minutes to go. I'll go as fast as I can. Tim Mitchell is bringing us his own channel here, but he produces videos and live streams, including multicam setups on the next two channels I'm going to show you. What he brings us here is outdoor footage and then some shorts that go along with a lot of content that we're going to see in some live streams that he tends to do on Tuesdays. I've been lucky enough to catch many of these, but it's gotten tougher later because he's usually on during my work time. Lately, I was able to catch a couple because he did a later live stream and I had an earlier afternoon, but Tim Mitchell will always keep up with the chat while he's taking us on the road. And then when we look at Chef CV, this is Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And I think I caught that live stream on this channel. Yeah, there it is right there. Now I'm going to rerun this live stream. This is the kind of thing that I'll put on like while I'm working on the computer so I can listen along and have right beside me in the screen while I'm working, so I can see what they did, because I think Belt Loop 29 and Butler Family Farm got together for this. And forgive me if I'm mistaken. I'd love for you to correct me if I'm wrong about that. I kept saying Devil Dog earlier, and I keep doing that between Belt Loop 29 and Devil Dog, because I know there's a group of creators that are always supporting each other. And then, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Foodie's Vacation is still here. Desert Living I hadn't put on the wheel yet, but I just did right now. And then, when we look at what Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official typically does, Chef Sevy's going to bring us around the kitchen to make interesting meals and dishes, but also help us navigate some of the appliances and bakeware and cookware that we're going to find. And then you see this glorious colorful wheel that is present on the banner and in the thumbnails here. We're going to see more of that in another moment. She's got quite a few shorts over here, and these have really started to move into over 1,500 views on one of these. There's that wheel again I keep talking about. It's called the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune. And the idea is that during the live streams on this channel every Sunday at 9 p.m., and I'm not sure if you're going on again tonight or not, if you don't mind letting me know, either Chef Sevy or Tim Mitchell, I'll appreciate it. But they're usually on 9 o'clock on Sundays Eastern. And they did one earlier today because they got together with Devil Dog. Sorry, I kept on saying Belt Loop 29, but it's Devil Dog that does these with them. They did a sugar-free cheesecake the other day, and then they did a sugar-free pecan pie, which I would never have guessed was possible. And I'll be interested to see how they got that done. But otherwise, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official will have the audience contribute ingredients onto the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune, and then she's going to spin. We love colorful spinny wheels here on Superchat. And then Chef Sevy is going to be forced to make, all but forced to make what comes up. The unofficial, official, off-topic squirrel is another channel that they've got set up kind of complimentary to Chef Sevy here, where we can get a behind-the-scenes look at this creator. She might give us an interesting story, or she might take us on a different kind of adventure. This creator's also got some shorts which feature more random content as well, but these have also gotten into 1,200 and 1,500 views. Then live streams on the channel, where on the first Saturday of every month they typically play Cards Against Humanity. And I've played that game a couple of times myself in real life, maybe more than a couple. And then I have, I caught this live stream while it was going on, but I was driving, so I had to listen in. And it is very interesting, some of the answers that people come up with from the chat. So lots of interactivity between both of their channels. And hopefully everybody will connect with Tim Mitchell, Chef Sevy, and the unofficial official off-topic squirrel. And thank you again, Tim Mitchell, for another 5 gifted memberships today. He's done that a million times before. So we're at about 5 million members now, if my calculation is right. So thank you, Tim Mitchell. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. It truly is unnecessary, but always appreciated. And I know the recipients will be happy to have that as well. And then, yeah, there's a lot of people who can't have sugar desserts. I mean, I'm probably somewhere on the line. I got to watch it before I get myself in trouble. But when we look at Butler Family Farm, we see one of the creators that actually collaborated with them today again. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then when we look at Desert Livin', we see a question in the comment talking about a panel full of creators. So, in many cases, yes, they do get watch hours, but there's a very interesting only if that goes along with that. So, on platforms like StreamYard, right? StreamYard, a year or 2 years ago, added a feature where if the host of the panel wants to, they can allow all the other creators to post the live stream on their channels. I've been in one of those before. And basically what happens then is every creator that wants to can push it to their channel and therefore gain watch hours, but only for the people that are on their actual channel. So if you imagine, let's say you have a StreamYard panel, you got 6 people on the screen. I know you can have more or less, but you know what I mean. And in the 6 live streams, you've got some people watching 2 or 3 of them at the same time or running them on phones and tablets and stuff, but almost none of them have all of the people in all of them all of the time. So you get the watch hours for who's ever watching your channel at that time, if that makes any sense. So the same live stream is running on every channel that's on the panel in a lot of cases. And a lot of these creators are doing this kind of thing. I think Butler Family Farm does it, right? They did that today. So Butler Family Farm, Chef CV, and Devil Dog all did that today, where they all had the live stream running, if I understand right. And I think they're using EV Mux, right? Which is what, oh, pardon me. Yeah, Tim Mitchell just mentioned that. So they might all be using EV Mux. Actually, I haven't used that one. I've used Restream and StreamYard. I have yet to try EV Mux or Riverside. But there's many platforms out there. And even when one comes out with a new feature, the other platforms are all going to copy it after anyway. And then, thank you, Have Fun in Nature. I think I've still got them on the wheel. I don't have them on the wheel. Pardon me, I just cleaned up the wheel, but I was really aggressive about it this time. Let me get them back onto the wheel again. Have Fun in Nature was live right before Tuber Chat today. I was lucky enough to catch that one. I think for the first time I got them finally right. And then, High Plains Camper still here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in chat. Jeremy D-Day is here. I know he said he was lurking earlier, but I'm going to get him on the wheel. And Butler Family Farm we're going to talk about. So this is Jerry and Susan. I'll show you what I mean. When we look at the live streams here, this is the same live stream that we just saw from Chef CV. So that's a perfect example of what we're talking about. Now you see they got 132 views over here. If we look at Chef CV's version of that live stream, she will have a certain number of views on her live stream as well. So it's really, really cool. That's one of the best features that we ever could have asked for. Devil Dog couldn't do it from his phone. Oh, I understand. Yeah, I haven't. I've only done one. Where a bunch of travel channels got together, Scotty J and Cruising on the High Seas, pardon me, Cruising is Fun Anytime. We're hosting it, and then there was about 10 of us. PK Adventure Travels was on that one, actually, and we all were pushing it out as well. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm going to move as fast as I can here. Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan, there they are together. They've been married 41 years. We learned on their channel. Sometimes it's Jerry and Susan together doing live streams over here. They're on every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. They will bring us a look really into their life and onto their farm. They've got 116 acres to show us. We'll talk about that content in a second, but they often have StreamYard panels and they introduce us to a lot of guests. I've been on their channel several times. They've got plenty of friends that they collaborate with regularly. They've got a series now where Jerry and Beltloop 29 are talking about the YouTube promotion system. I don't use that, but I know a lot of creators want to know about it, so you can find out that from Butler Family Farm. He's always willing to share information. And then sometimes they take us on the road. They meet up with a lot of creators, sometimes in small groups, sometimes in really large groups, and they'll travel when possible and bring us live streams and other footage from that as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. This one looks like a product review for Butler Family Farm, and they're going to bring us 116 acres worth of homesteading style content. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, koi, and more. They also bring us into their home. They bring us into the kitchen. They do some canning, some prepping, lots of cooking. And then they will show us all that it takes to look after their farmland and that livestock. They enlist the help of other farmers when they need to, and then they make tools for themselves on the farm when they require that as well. And then Jerry does a lot of remarkable woodworking on the channel. I was just looking for the thing the other day, but I didn't spend enough time in the storage going through it. I'm going to try to get to that this week. We have to downsize our storage. I've been overpaying for storage for a couple of years now, and I really have to be ruthless about it and get rid of some stuff and cut it down. So when I do, I'm going to be purging, and I'll finally get out my pen and pencil set that Jerry gave me. I packed it away when I moved out of my office, and I'm assuming it's in the storage because I haven't run into it again yet. But I have a couple of boxes, like special totes that were brought from the office with all my books and the things you see in the background in those clips that I play all the time. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then when we look at Butler Family Farm, we see that they've got a lot of shorts on the channel as well. Many of these have gotten into 12,000, and then they've got one here at 54,000, which is great to see. And then downsizing tips, yes, which I could use. Have fun in nature. I just got to stop being a pack rat and having sentimental value in things that I shouldn't have had. You know what I did was I saved like every appliance I've ever owned. Not real appliances, but like small appliances, toasters and toaster ovens and little like grill, what do you call them, griddles and stuff, microwaves. I think I got 3 microwaves or something, because I always think like, oh, but the kids might want them, right, when they get older. And now they're all older and they're not going to want them because they're all full of dust and, you know, the mice stuff that gets into them when they're in storages for more than 10 years and everything else. So I think I held on to a lot of things that weren't worth holding on to, and I just got to learn to let go a little bit. But hopefully that tip's there, because then maybe that will help me. And then the Stock Explorer is up on the screen. A beloved and dedicated moderator here. Nora is in Florida, and this creator is going to help us with the stock markets, a little bit of crypto as well. They're very forthcoming about their own portfolio, their own investment plays. They actually share some alpha with their members. Thank you for the share today, by the way, or yesterday, or whenever that was. And then the Stock Explorer, I'm giving you a sneak peek at the members only content here, where they're going to talk about some of the options that they might trade as well. As a matter of fact, they've got lottery ticket scratching on the channel as a new addition over the last couple of years. They do a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling with other creators, and they've got a series of videos here where they scratch tickets with strangers and learn about them while the tickets are scratched, which is interesting to see. It's also interesting to go back and see what Nora might have said about some of the companies we've watched grow over the years. The stock market's obviously had its all-time highs and everything else, and Nora's been following all of that. They got shorts over here. These feature more random content. This is a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier today when I was mentioning categories and niches, and a lot of creators are just adding variety into their shorts videos because, like I said, most of us started our channels before we even knew that it would be a good idea to be razor sharp focused or anything like that. So the Stock Explorer has done really well with some of these 3,300, 4,800, one at 17,000, and that Coke machine short still gets some views. Then they've got live streams. Nora does all kinds of vertical and horizontal. They've done some fitness, lottery ticket scratch, battling with other creators, tons of StreamYard panels. Nora and I had a conversation on their channel once for about an hour and a half, I think, about YouTube YouTube and our friendship and moderators and things that we talk about all the time. Nora might have a StreamYard panel full of guests, or it might be Nora giving us a chance to get to know her as well. She's got a second channel called Tropical Buzz, where she seeks to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves, and then some shorts to go along with that as well. And this channel's over its first 300 subscribers, which is great to know. We'd love to push Nora a little bit farther towards the first 400. We know they're going to be thinking about that as well. And boy, are we moving today. I don't think I'm even going to be able to end on time today. I'm trying to reel that in, but it's becoming impossible. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We should do a poll in the chat, and the poll will say, do you like it when Kevin gets halfway through a sentence and then starts just thinking out loud while he's pretending that he's still talking to everybody? Because I hear myself doing it, and I wonder how many people notice. This guy's just talking nonsense half the time. Globies Travels, good to see you in the house. Native Wildman is here. Crystal Dragon House of Creations. Rita is a longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And 256 subscribers over here. I can see I'm behind with your videos, my dear goodness. I'm just going to grab the latest one. Luckily, this one's 40 minutes long, so this is going to give you quite a few watch minutes. Crystal Dragon House of Creations Rita is going to show us a lot of interesting creations when we think about the idea of quilting. Somebody like myself who's never done it before might be thinking triangles and squares, and that's about the end of it. But some of these creators, including Rita, can show us a lot of interesting patterns and different types of creations we might not have otherwise expected. I'm just going to get to shorts on the channel as well and see that this creator's got over 1,200 views on one of these, which is great to see. Some furry friends to share with us also, and then live streams on the channel. She's done a few of these up to last year. We'll see if she's going to continue. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content as possible as well. Jerry, I might not have thanked you again for another super chat earlier when you took over that stream, boss. I try to remember to thank everybody more than once, but I really do appreciate that. He's done it a million times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but you can see the obvious benefit in having the plugin like that Stream Boss situation on your channel. And I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. Foodie's Vacations is up here right now, part of the travel community. I think Foodie's Vacations was on that live stream with us. I could be wrong. It's been many months now. Was it 6 months ago? Holy smoke, she live streams all the time. For some reason, I feel like Foodies was with us. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to find it. She's on with all kinds of people. Look at how many of these thumbnails and rollovers have like a grid full of friends. 9, 10 channels on the screen, I think even. And Foodie's Vacation does a lot of live stream. Foodie's Vacations does a lot of live streaming herself as well. So she's got one coming up tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. So we can look forward to that. Hopefully I'll catch that one. I'll be working, but I might be driving in between gigs, so I might be able to catch it. Live streams on the channel as well. Like I said, happen frequently, almost daily, which is interesting to see. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. You can notice from this channel alone that collaborating with others is a great way to grow your channel, because she's got tons of friends and she's laughing and singing and smiling and having a good time with all these people on panel all the time. And I think that's resulted in rapid growth on this channel. She's got some shorts here that have done well. 4,100, 7,300, 88,000. My dear goodness, I'm not sure if I noticed that before. And then live streams on, videos on the channel. We looked at live streams already. When we look at videos over here, she's obviously going going to take us on ship tours. She's going to give us talk about the amenities, and I'm assuming excursions, room tours, and a lot of food. That's one thing I think a lot of people look forward to on these cruises is the food. I worked on a cruise ship for one summer a million years ago, and I actually lost weight, but that's only from working there. Most people I've heard gain, they said to us back then, they said everybody gains a pound a day on average when you're on a cruise, because there's just food everywhere all the time. And it'll be interesting to hear what you have to say about Virgin. I'm assuming that's your first Virgin cruise, but I'm unsure. Foodie's Vacations, because I know that Bill from Warmstrong Adventures was just talking about it, and it seemed like he enjoyed it. He's been on over 75 cruises, so I think that says something when somebody enjoys something and they've got that much experience. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Simply Debbie Sue is up here. This is another channel I'm still getting to know. They just passed 1,000 subscribers, which is great to know as well. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels. Over weeks and months I get to know the content and eventually maybe the creators behind the channels. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. It's interesting to see that this creator's got a mix of indoor and outdoor content, a couple of cooking videos here it looks like, and then I'll be looking forward to getting to know the creator more. It looks like they're bringing us all 4 seasons as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Simply Debbie Sue. I believe I've run into them in other people's premieres and live streams already also. So thank you for coming in again today. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then, when we look at the screen right now, from the Pacific Northwest comes Rushing Wind Mountain. This creator is often mentioned by name. Ruby, we've known them probably 5 years, somewhere thereabouts. This creator brings a mix of nature and wildlife. Their videos can be anywhere from a minute to almost 12 hours long. They've got 4 hours for us right here. And they typically bring a mix of pleasing audio and visuals to go along with that. When you start to get into the shorts videos, you'll find some humorous moments if you search for some of the wildlife here. Some of the newest shorts are the best performing ones on this channel at 30,000, 39,000, and even 60,000 views. And then live streams over here. Ruby's experimented with both horizontal and vertical or landscape and portrait modes, bringing more of the same pleasing audio, pleasing visuals, featuring mostly nature. Hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain. They're here with us probably every live stream, for which I'm grateful, and I run into them probably every day in somebody else's premiere and live stream as well. And then, yeah, so Paralife TV, I'm going to show you a quick trick. Let's go to one of Ruby's shorts here. I'll pause it, and I'm going to go to my URL in a browser. This might not be exactly what you're looking at, but I'll show you 2 things here. So I can take out the word shorts, put the word watch. You got to make sure those slashes are still in there. And then you see the controls all change for this video. But there's something here. Is this the right thing that I'm looking for, everyone? Is it the theater mode thing? And then you can click this to default view, and that might be what you're looking for. So, there could be a control on a phone too if you're looking at it on a phone. And let me, pardon me, get rid of one of my extensions here. The more extensions you run in a browser, the more it just, you know, beats the ever-living daylights out of your processor. I think that's why my computer seems to not be quite as responsive as it always is. But we'll see. And then Desert Living is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. I'm going to clean up the wheel a little bit as we go here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Pardon me while I just grab a couple of names for the wheel here. I'm removing some, adding others. We know we can't get to every channel every day, so over the course of the stream I often clear names off of the wheel. And then I don't think Henry Leslie Vermont, just please let me know if you're here, because I wanted specifically to look at that channel. And then, yeah, Paralife TV, hopefully that's it. If it's on a phone, it's a little bit different because myself, I don't use the phone enough. We'll have to just look through the controls that are there. But on the computer, I know that that is the case because I've seen it a million times where I'm like, why is this video not looking right? And then it's because I must have accidentally clicked. Desert Living is up on the screen right now. When we look at what they're doing here, this creator is bringing variety in their content, but a lot of talking head videos as well. There's the show, the source, which is great to see. Because they did an interview, which is great. The source interviews a lot of people, and it's great to see anybody promoting other channels and sharing the love and trying to help everybody grow. This creator's got some shorts that have gotten into 34,000, 40,000, 60,000 even. And then I'm just thinking about taking another video here and putting it into my catch-up list. I'm going to take your 2026 predictions and we'll see what's come true so far. And then live streams on the channel as well. So this creator seems to be live streaming once or twice a week as a minimum, which is great. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. And then Desert Living is at 2.0. Am I getting that right? Yeah, Desert Living 2.0 is here. And this channel is bringing us focus on AI updates and the future of the workforce, which is interesting to see and know as well. I'm going to take this video from about a month ago, put that on my catch-up list for today. That's just a special playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. They got shorts over here at 112,000, 220,000, and then live streams on the channel. They've got one so far, but we got notification bells on, so if they're going to keep those up, we'll have the best chance of catching them. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up on the screen in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. JGP Jr., good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Native Wildman, thank you for the gifted membership. I know Mike O. Johnson will likely be happy to have that, but I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support, even though it's absolutely unnecessary, of course. And then one of our beloved moderators is here, Jessie Journals and Unboxes. She dropped a video earlier today. I have to rerun this one because even though I was there, I got a phone call that I had to take as soon as it started and wasn't able to follow quite along. Although I did catch the fact that it's a lot of what I considered to be wintry themed here. Lots of blues and purples, and I had to just watch and not listen while she was going through a lot of this. But Jessie Journals and Unboxes brings us a lot of crafting supplies lately, more than anything else in her unboxing videos, and shows us the things that she makes, and she collaborates with a lot of other people on some of these things as well. She gets Happy Mail all the time. She mixes up the different types of unboxing videos between sponsored videos or subscription services, and sometimes she'll do hauls like Temu, I'm assuming Amazon as well. This creator, though, over the years has unboxed all sorts of different things, from bath and beauty products to crafting supplies that we see all the time, snacks, stationery, jewelry even, and we see that when we get into the shorts videos because she features a lot of here that she finds in the unboxing videos getting into 2,000 views, 2,300. And then you see the latest shorts videos are going to show us a lot of the things that she's recently unboxed, including, pardon me, the Sticker Lovers Club. I think that's from today. And then live streams on the channel as well. Jessie Journals and Unboxes is so supportive to other people. Her support for us over the years has actually increased, and she's been with us pretty much from the beginning. And this creator can have a flood in her premieres or live streams anytime she wants, because she is so supportive to other people. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Jessie Journals and Unboxes. Forgive me, because I know I'm really racing through a lot of channels now. And then Native Wildman is coming up. They just gifted a membership a moment ago. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm just going to ask a favor. So forgive me, I try to usually do it myself. I had a lot of trouble finding Michael's Adventures premiere, just because depending on how he schedules them, occasionally they end up out of order, but I'm already overdue. If you don't mind, Pete, if I can ask you to grab the link for Michael's Adventures premiere. I got the redirect set in the background, but I forgot to get the link and save it so that I could pin it, and if you don't mind dropping it, I'll pin that. And thank you, by the way. Native Wildman is up on the screen right now. This creator's got a couple of different series, but when we look at their About section, they let us know Sean Wilson is going to bring us fishing, fly tying, knives, artisan tea blends, and other random things. So Tea Time Tuesday is a series they've had going on for a long time. I caught the premiere this week, I think, right? But I'm going to take your river fishing video and put that in my catch-up list for right now. So a mix of indoor and outdoor content, and then shorts on this channel as well have gotten into now 3,300, 5,900, 10,000 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. So this creator's live occasionally, but I managed to catch them a couple weeks ago. Hopefully everybody will connect with Native Wildman, push them towards the 1,400 subscribers we know they're thinking about, and then as long as we've always got the notification bell on for every channel, we have the best chance of catching each other for premieres or live streams. And then Hilda DC is coming up in another second. But thank you again, Native Wildman, for that gifted membership. I know our recipient will be happy to have that, and I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support myself as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Hilda DC is up on the screen, another beloved and dedicated moderator. And this creator, over the years, has brought a variety of content, including vlogs, challenges, mukbangs, reviews, a lot of taste test reviews. And what she will do is bring interesting flavors for things that somebody like me might not be able to see. Because I'm in Canada, we only get about 10 or 20% of the different flavors from the popular brands for things we're going to find in the grocery stores. So it's interesting to somebody like me, and Hilda DC does a lot of cooking as well. Once in a while, she'll give us an outdoor video or a review of a much-loved fast food franchise or restaurant and things like that. And then Hilda DC has a premiere coming up this Tuesday, likely right after Scratch and PPA. And then Hilda DC as well has got shorts on the channel, and these have started to get into 3,000, 6,200, even 47,000 views, which is also great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with Hilda DC. She live streams occasionally as well. So these are sort of sporadic, but when we look at what she's doing here. She's usually given us a chance to get to know her. I missed the last one, but I've been on panel with her a million times, probably many times, either on her channel or Makeup Mom and Son or Corinne. There they all are all together. And this creator, like I said, has been a beloved and dedicated moderator for a long, long time here. And Hilda DC is known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. She has positive affirmations that flow throughout her content, both from the creator herself, special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case. And she talks about our friendship all the time, for which I'm grateful. Not just me, but with like all of our moderators and, you know, lots of close channels that stay in touch all the time and check up on each other and things like that. It's an important part of not just the community, like the friendships that we're building, right? There's the link for Michael's Adventures Raid. He will be dropping his premiere in another 5 minutes or so. We'll get going as fast as we can, but he'll give us a half an hour, so that's plenty of time to continue connecting the same way we do here. All of our moderators allow that, and I know a lot of our friends here do as well. Palazzo Place is up on the screen. This is Jem Palazzo. Oh, pardon me, Scratch and Pete PA. I must have missed it. I know I asked for it, and then I didn't see it. Palazzo Place, pardon me, is up on the screen. And this creator is going to bring us interesting weather and some furry friends in their videos and shorts from South Florida. And one of the things I've come to learn about the content on this channel is some of that weather can change in a real snap. But this is a very enthusiastic creator. Palazzo Place always engages conversation in the chat, for which I'm grateful. And like I said, is enthusiastic, probably responsible for us gaining dozens, if not hundreds of thumbs up by now, for which I'm grateful as well. And then this creator's gotten into 2,300, 2,700, 4,200 views and beyond, and well on the road towards 1,000 subscribers at 930 right now, which is great to see. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. Yes, Timmy does everything. I might be putting you to sleep today. It wouldn't be the first time somebody fell asleep during a Tuber Chat live stream, I promise you that. With 900 of these under our belt, I bet I've put more people to sleep live streaming than just about anybody else. That might be a testament to all that we've done over the last 5 years. This creator, Kendi K All Day, is up on the screen. Lifestyle Living and Loving is what they say. They're going to bring a lot of help with our YouTube channels as well. They teach as they continue to learn. This creator's got another vlog, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list right now. They're posting frequently, as you can see, at least a couple of times a week, sometimes even more often. They've got cooking videos here, a lot of outdoor fun. It looks like they're bringing us all 4 seasons, which is great to see. Shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into now 3,000 views, 3,400, 6,100 on another one. Plenty of the cooking videos are doing pretty well over here. Also, live streams on the channel. So this creator is doing live streams pretty frequently. I'm not sure if it's quite daily, but it looks pretty close to it every other day or so. Hopefully everybody will connect. It's an attended sleep stream. It should be Canadian. Kendi K All Day, pardon me. I'm racing through the last 2 channels and I'm tripping all over myself here. Kendi K All Day, I've been lucky enough to catch them for a few of these live streams as well. I know they're on frequently. Hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's working on 2,700 subscribers now, which is great to see. Have Fun in Nature is coming up. They were actually live right before Tuber Chat today. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Michael's Adventures premiere will be on in a couple of minutes. It'll actually start in about 2 minutes. We'll be over time, but just by a minute or two. I won't play the end screen today, so we can get right over there. But Michael's Adventures will allow us and encourage us to continue connecting the same way we do here. Have Fun in Nature is working on 500 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. I was lucky enough to catch them live earlier. When we connect, we always want to look for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, but they've got one here, the second video at 10 minutes, which is great. The longer is better. You know, I talk about minimums here, what we want to do to make sure our connections stick, but you can always go farther. Put a couple of videos in a playlist or watch 2 or 3 of them at a time. Or even more. Have Fun in Nature is going to... there's a channel I'm still getting to know. Let's read for a second here and see what they're going to say. They got quite a bit of information, including breathtaking scenic views to soothing nature sounds, and then hopefully they're going to inspire us to connect with nature. Shorts on the channel, they seem to be audio enthusiasts as well. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 3,800, 7,600, 8,700 views. Lots of outdoor content here. It looks like some travel-based footage, if I'm not mistaken. And then I managed to catch a live stream, like I said earlier. So they're on every Sunday. They try to stick to that schedule around 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. PK Adventure Travels is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. PK Adventure Travels, this is Ryan and Mel, and they come to us from the perspective of travel agents while they bring us a lot of travel on their channel, both in RV camping and especially cruising, ship tours, and a lot of cruise news and travel news, as a matter of fact. So I'm just going to grab the latest video here. They've got another Sea Day vlog video. Sea Day is when you're on a cruise, but you don't go to a port that day. So they have activities all day between games and other types of entertainment. But PK Adventure Travels can better describe that when you get there. Ryan and Mel do a really good job of bringing thorough descriptions throughout their videos, but it's 100% meat and potatoes, even when the videos are half an hour long. They got plenty of these. And PK Adventure Travels are out there supporting other creators all the time. They're on live streams constantly, which is great to see. Collaborating is a great way to grow your channel. They've got shorts over here, 11,000, 12,000, 29,000. They do some live streaming of their own, but they're part of a lot of StreamYard panels as well. There's Foodie's Vacations right there. And then, like I said, we were on one of these together. I don't know if I'll even find it on their channel. There it is right there. This one here where it says YouTube growth strategies, right? If somebody was to find this, there were about 10 of us, I think, on the panel at the time, which was a really good time because I haven't done many of those. Monetize, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then Ryan Parker Studios is a second channel that Ryan's got set up to bring complimentary content. So there they are together again. I'm just going to grab their latest video, put that in my catch-up list. Ryan does a lot of cooking on the channel, both in shorts and in videos. He's got some live streams on the channel as well. This is what I mean more about unattended live streams, but he gets together with Go Live Together crew with Eddie Lugo Studios and a few other travel channels. And then shorts on the channel, like I said. So Ryan's doing mostly cooking over here, getting into 2,700, 3,700 views. Hopefully everybody will connect with PK Adventure Travels. Obviously, Ryan and Mel are more generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. We have plenty of those in this community. And then, how many times has Scratch and PPA come up? He's here for the whole stream and come up as the very last channel that we're going to talk about. But thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. So I do appreciate every moment from everyone. I know we got friends that run the stream in the background. They're either lurking or listening or working, and sometimes people just come up to give us the thumbs up and say hello, and I appreciate all of that as well. I hope everybody will connect with all of our moderators. You see that Scratch and Pete PA is one of those. He's known as a shining jewel in the Superchat family, but all of our moderators care deeply about their fellow creators and those of us in the Superchat family. And Canadian Family Life. We'll put one more channel on the screen. Forgive me, I was very aggressively clearing out the wheel earlier. So we'll get to one more channel, but I'll do them both quickly here. Scratch and Pete PA brings interesting twists to lottery ticket scratching. He pits 2 tickets against each other and offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. This creator's had presentation at the forefront of their mind ever since their very first video over 5.5 years ago. Since then, they've posted with perfect consistency, not missing a single Tuesday in over 5 years of the Scratch Challenge series of videos. But his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails. He gives us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series, and his banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine that. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production, and the latest videos seem to be bringing the most work. He actually refreshed his video editing style a few weeks ago, and you'll see what I mean when you get there. He premieres every Tuesday, and if you can catch one of these at 12:15 Eastern, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen in the Tuber Chat family, faster than what we've got going on here. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer, Butler Family Farm, and a few other select channels, which is very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. This creator 2 years ago took a trip to Italy. He brought us some vlogging style shorts videos that gave us a look around all the different areas he visited, and then some Italian lottery tickets came along with that as well. He returned to Italy this year and brought us a new series of Italian lottery tickets as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and Pete PA and check those out. He does a great job of chopping up his channel into playlists. All of our moderators will swap playlists with other creators. And then Scratch and Pete PA brought us his very first live stream from that trip to Italy that I first referenced 2 years ago. I was lucky enough to be in the chat at the time. He did a brilliant job on his very first live stream. I know a lot of people will be hoping for more, but more so we're happy to see the expansion on the channel in his content. And then hopefully a claimer soon. I didn't know that people call them claimers until we met Florida Claimers Ted. Now I understand that that must be a popular term. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent. I'm going to race through Canadian Family Life, Tiffany's channel, and her husband, Chris. He's got his own as well. We'll talk about both of them. Bella and Alex joined the family for this family channel from New Brunswick. They bring us all the different aspects of life in New Brunswick and some travel as well, but they bring us into their home. They take us outdoors. They bring us an impeccable container garden. They bring food bank grocery hauls, tons of cooking, baking, challenges between family members, vlogging, creativity, and then this creator, Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, is incredibly supportive to other creators. So I run into her probably every day in other people's premieres and live stream chats. And then they've got shorts over here that have gotten into 3,100, 5,600, 7,600 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional here, but we see that this creator can go live whenever she wants, and she'll have a flood of support in her channel as well because of all she does for other people. Chris's Creation Fun is coming up, and this is her husband's channel. He does do-it-yourself videos, typically with that container garden I talked about, some 3D printing, some solar equipment, maybe a product review. And this creator's long past their 100 subscribers now, which is great to see, and they've got some shorts on the channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life and Chris's Creation Fun. Now, we're overdue, so we'll make a quick exit, and hopefully everybody will come over to Michael's Adventures channel.